Hurricane Irma, now a Category 3 hurricane, is barreling toward the U.S. state of Florida. We have a live satellite image of this hurricane. The outer bands of Irma have already reached southern Florida, and one of the biggest operations of its kind in the United States. More than 6 million people have been warned to evacuate. Shelters are overwhelmed by those fleeing their homes. CGTN's Nitza Perez is in Miami. What is the latest there? It looks very windy.
The forecast is not looking bright at all. It's extremely windy. South Florida will get a direct hit from Hurricane Irma, starting with the Florida Keys and then moving up through the West Coast. Now, what authorities have been saying is that the biggest threat they're concerned with is the storm surge. Hurricane Irma is such a wide system. It has a big diameter, so it is blowing across a huge portion of the sea, which is pushing that water to shore. To explain it in simple terms, we can get up to 3 meters of water. That's basically 2 of me piled up. That is how much water parts of Florida can get. That's definitely catastrophic flooding, and it can cause so much damage. Yes, and we're feeling a lot of wind gusts. That's what I'm experiencing right now. The latest, the National Weather Service said we're getting 80 kilometers per hour right here in Miami. Hurricane Irma now is threatening to make a direct impact in the city of Tampa. Susan.
Nitza, are people still on the move evacuating?
People are definitely still on the move, starting with the governor of Florida, Rick Scott. He was just evacuated with his family from the official residency. The scene has been a bit chaotic. The mayor of Miami-Dade, Carlos Jimenez, issued mandatory evacuations for this county. Imagine 650,000 people trying to exit the city. So the traffic was intense. Drivers were running out of gas. So it has been a challenge for authorities to get the people moving and put them in shelters. Right now, Miami Beach has a curfew starting at 7 p.m. So that is the situation right here in Miami. And I was just informed by people around me. I don't know if we can point. Back there, a surfer just died. These are the things that authorities, police are warning residents of Florida. It's time to go home. This is not time to play. This is definitely not time to go and surf. The storm is coming. We're only less than 20 hours away from a hit in Florida, and people are still out. We have surfers, and we're even seeing homeless people. Officials and authorities are rounding them up, and they're giving them a very stark option. Either you come to the shelter, or they will get a mental evaluation. And talking more about the shelters, Governor Scott said a while back that 260 shelters are open, and more of them will be habilitated because as the storm is shifting direction, now people that were relaxed thinking that Hurricane Irma was not going to affect them directly are now scrambling to find a place of safety.